Hello everybody, how have you been? It's been a while since we met last, and in this short while, one of the biggest changes that has bombed the internet, I suppose, at least regarding CAT prep, is the reduction in the number of questions on CAT 2021. Now I understand a lot of you would be thinking, how do you prepare for it? And there'd be very many different opinions over YouTube, over the web, telling you what to do, what not to do. But don't worry, in this video, I'm going to share with you a summation of everything that experts, CAT toppers, and so to say CAT gurus have to say about this change, so that you can best decide what will work for you and how you can still manage to ace CAT. Number 1, maximum course coverage. Earlier, CAT used to be a lot about set selection and question selection and being very selective, not just in choosing the questions on the paper, but also in your preparation. And in fact, many CAT prep experts would advise people to leave some topics after a certain month had passed in the CAT preparation journey. Doing that now, however, could be very costly in terms of your total score, because with limited questions, essentially you have limited choice. Now, if you further limit that choice by not doing a topic, not preparing a particular set or type of sets, you're putting yourself at harm, because what if there's a doable set from that topic? What if there's an easy question from that topic you're leaving? So course coverage has become more important now because the number of questions have been reduced. The choice that you'll have will be reduced. And while the logic about it, giving you more time to read the paper would be fair, we must acknowledge the downside, which is less choice, and must prepare for it by doing more course coverage. This is one thing that everybody I spoke with agreed upon. So if you have the time, if you have the willingness to score 99 plus, make sure that you don't leave a topic frivolously. Number 2, accuracy has become more and more critical at this point. Because again, since you have limited choice and you go on making mistakes from the limited questions that you attempt, how will you get the big score number that you're looking for? Number 3, October, or more commonly known as the give up month, is a very common phenomenon observed among CAT aspirants. People usually come at a point in October where they start mentally giving up on their CAT preparation. And while a lot of these are explicit statements, you'd start telling your friends कि मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा, या फिर this is too tough यार, या फिर I don't have what it needs, वगैरह वगैरह. You may simply be internally convinced that you can't make it. And that is a little more dangerous situation to be in, because unless you accept it, you will probably not be able to correct it. If you keep on telling yourself internally that this has become more difficult with the pattern change and I can't do it, etc., you most likely won't be able to do it. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So please resist the urge to give up at this point. Understand what you can do to make the most out of it, and then put in the hard work that's needed, because most people would end up giving up. Don't be one of them. Coming back to the video, what do most CAT toppers tell me is the one most important thing you must do to make sure you ace CAT 2021? Build concepts rigorously. And this is what will increase your attempts, which means you could be able to do more and more questions, and B, the rigor would increase your accuracy. So it's good time to focus on building your concepts, and please make sure that you don't forget what you've learned already. If you're not taking sectionals, if you're not taking tests, you're likely to forget. You see, because CAT is not a theoretical paper. If you will sit with a formula sheet all day, it'll likely not help you a lot when it comes to mastery over topics. The way to crack CAT, in the words of most toppers I've spoken with, is practice. And that's one of the things you must focus on. The additional criteria for you would be timed practice. Because the duration is lesser, number of questions are also lesser, but your mind, you can't afford, if you're a serious test taker, you don't want to afford that you go into the test prep and your mind just gets numb with the pressure and with the timing. So you want to do timed practice of questions, not just practice of questions. Now, if this formula, so to say, to do well on CAT is so clear, why do still most aspirants don't score so well? First of all, of course, it's percentile, so there's always going to be people who score higher and lower. But even if you look at it from a raw scores perspective, we found that there are 3 reasons why most aspirants don't do the process I've explained in one, which is building their concepts rigorously through timed practice. The first reason is obsession with concepts alone. Here a lot of people say concept building is important, and that's what I said too. And a lot of aspirants would obsess over it, and what that means is just focus on concepts bit, basics, formulae, understanding, watching videos on YouTube, and telling yourself that you're learning. The chunk of learning and bulk of learning for CAT happens through practice, not concept videos alone. And that's the number one reason why most CAT aspirants don't score their expected or objective score. Number 2, fear of long sectionals. While this was more true and apt when CAT was a 3-hour paper, even sitting for 40 minutes may sound like a big deal to some aspirants right now. And that fear of sitting over a sectional, in fact, one of the CAT toppers I spoke with said it's ceremonial. You know, you tell everybody I'm taking a sectional and they must not talk and there must be silence. So it feels like a big deal, and it could also feel scary because there would be questions you wouldn't know and there'd be concepts you wouldn't understand, and then you could be scared of the final score that you'll get because you'll judge yourself on it. And all these fears would contribute to you not taking sectionals, which is one of the reasons why you wouldn't be able to score your objective score. CAT demands timed practice. It demands that you go through questions that you've not seen before so that you can apply the concepts that you've seen before into the newer questions to get the answers you want. And this is the one thing that most CAT aspirants don't do and hence fail. Number 3, and I sort of touched upon it earlier, which is the fear of low scores. This is not just true for sectionals, this is for mock tests, for any test that you take, anything that's objective and is going to give you a score, you're likely to fear it. And the one reason you fear it is because you judge yourself for it. If I score a 33, I'm not good enough. I can't do well on CAT. There are people who score 160. I've just scored 60. All these comparisons, judgments, etc. will prevent you from taking mock scores, which is how you'll improve if you analyze wisely. But if you keep on telling yourself that they tell you where you stand and you can't do it, you won't be able to. Most likely you won't be able to. These may sound like a lot of challenges, and if you're someone who's actually facing them, they may actually sound very problematic at this point, especially because I've explained to you what the problem of having those is. But don't worry, because at Inside IIM, we've solved these problems for you. Of course, we'll need you to do some things from your end to actually benefit from the solution, but we present to you the solution, which is the mini mock series. Now you see, the fear of long sectionals, low scores, and timed practice and all of that can hinder you from taking longer tests and bigger tests that are ceremonial in nature. But what do you think about an 18-minute test? 18-minute long sectional tests for you to master every topic you've learned so far. Mini mock series are a place where you can revise what you've learned, maintain the learnings that you currently have, and continue to acquire new ones as you prepare for CAT. They are not ceremonial, they're not 40-minute long or 2-hour mock tests. They are 18 minutes long. You can do it in the break you get from work or between your classes. They are not the kind of paper that you want to prepare yourself excessively for. They're the kind of paper that will prepare you through the practice that you do every single day. We have more than 5,000 test takers, which are the most serious aspirants for CAT. So if you take up these mock series, you'll get to see and compete with people who you'll actually face on CAT. For you, we have questions that come from diverse areas, sections, topics to make sure you get the practice and the concept coverage that you need given the change in pattern of CAT 2021 with the reduction of questions. Every single morning at 9 o'clock, we update a new test for you. And after you've taken every test, you get your scores, solutions, analysis. To top it all off, all of this is for free. So what we really want you to do, dear aspirant, is rev up your preparation by taking a very simple mock test every single day before making a video on it. We ran a sample. We shared it with aspirants, people in the Inside IIM community to see what their feedback was. And here's what they think. We didn't just stop there. We also asked CAT toppers what they think, and here's what one of them says.
Best way to revise, I think. They are like quick payoffs. You
Exactly.
just sit and like in 18 minutes you have your concepts revised.
At Inside IIM, we want you to achieve your goal. Our purpose is to skill India and to help millions of young people like you achieve your dreams. Right now, we don't just focus on CAT, we focus on many other career options and fields. And as we continue to grow as an organization, we want our community to grow with us. So we will continue to share with you insights. We will continue to build tools for you that will help you in your career, and we will continue to serve you. Meanwhile, all the best for your preparation.